We're up to number 3, and it is thou shalt pay bills upon arrival. All right, so let's talk about what that means. Now, in today's world, we're not really probably putting stamps on envelopes nearly as often as we used to. A lot of people still do that, but I mean, most of mine are set up on automatic payment. But that is, if you're not doing that, I think that's the first step, right? Have it go out long before the due date, because if you are having a hard time making ends meet, it is real easy to want to push those bills to as close to the deadline as you can.
Yeah, that's what I was going to touch on. Auto pay is your friend. You know, get that where it's just coming out every month and you don't even have to think about it. But let's say, you know, you might be living in the Stone Age. You have some bill that doesn't have auto pay. Mm-hmm. When you get that bill in the mail, the best thing to do is just go ahead and pay it. You're going to have to pay it anyway by the due date. You don't need to wait till the last day, because odds are you're going to find other things to spend that money on. So go ahead and take care of it. That's the best thing to do.
I am the worst offender of this. I used to be anyway, because the last thing I wanted to do when I got home was look at paper, because I deal with it all day, every day. And so, you know, the mail would stack up, and on Saturday I'd go over there and go, okay, let's see what we got here. And, you know, lo and behold, there had been, you know, something in there that I'd missed or whatever, and now I'm like up against it or even behind on it. And really, you know, auto pay was a blessing for me, and everything that we got almost is on auto pay. Yeah. I'm too busy, and I think the whole world is too busy to really open mail and, you know, put a stamp on it and take it by the post office and all that type of thing. And if you're still doing that, you're running a risk, and realistically, it's going to end up costing you more money in late fees and things of that nature, additional interest. If you're paying interest on something, it can be pretty onerous.
Well, on the other side of this too, people may be hearing that, yeah, that's a great idea, but what's the real value, or how do I get ahead financially? Because that's really what these 10 commandments are about, is getting you ahead, creating some margin so that you can save more money and you can be better prepared for your financial future. And when you think about getting ahead and not trying to pay bills after the deadline and having some margin, making sure your budget has some cushion in it, you could even explore options of prepaying things, right? Because if you pay, like I think about maybe it's property taxes, or I think about like my lawn service. If I pay that quarterly or even annually, if I pay up front, it's going to provide a 10, 15% discount.
Yeah, I'll give you another example on that, like auto insurance. A lot of people have an option to pay that annually instead of monthly. And when we looked at that about a year ago, it was significant savings for us to pay that one time a year instead of paying it monthly.
Yeah, there's a factor, a mode factor that the insurance companies use on that, and you'll pay 10, 15, maybe even 20% more money over the course of 12 months in monthly payments than you would sometimes in an annual payment.
Want more content like this delivered to your inbox weekly? Visit fastest4.com to learn more.